Fans are snapping up state championship tickets.
Pawnee Black Bears, you want to win them? Go Bears!
And they're filling up State Fair Arena to see championship basketball and to hear the magic words.
And to all of the coaches, to the fans and players, congratulations. It is Championship Saturday, and you have made it to the big house.
The OSSAA Championship Spotlight is next. The OSSAA Championship Spotlight is brought to you by Dodge. The all-new Dodge Ram 1500 never backed down from a challenge. The Chickasaw Nation, proud sponsors of Oklahoma high school athletics and encouraging good sportsmanship among everyone. Farmers Insurance. To find an agent near you, call 1-800-FARMERS. And Cox, your friend in the digital age. Hello and welcome to the OSSAA Championship Spotlight. It is Championship Saturday at the Big House. I'm Mike Wolf. On this edition of the Spotlight, we're going to cover the 2A boys and girls, 3A boys and girls, and the 4A girls championships. It's non-stop round ball action at the Big House. Oklahoma boys and girls have played for basketball titles since just after World War I. So after about 90 years of championships, it's time to pass out 5 more gold balls. Let's get started with the 2A girls. It's the Newkirk Tigers from up in Kay County versus Pawnee's own Lady Black Bears.
Pawnee's in the house!
You might have thought you walked into a rock concert. It was a full house, the Big House, for the Lady Bears and the Lady Tigers. Whitney LeGrand gets the pass inside and hits the semi-hook shot to get the scoring started, putting the Lady Bears on the board. Off the miss, Haley Lewis, the follow. And we're tied at 2. Brittany Morgan, a long 3, makes it 5-2 Pawnee. Kaylin Pulley on track from way back. Newkirk down a point. Then they go inside to Lewis. She's hacked in the act, missed on the freebie, but the Lady Tigers were on top. Kelsey Barlow tickles the twine from the three-point line to put Pawnee ahead again. Then off the Newkirk miss, Pawnee's a break-in. LeGrand will lay it up and in, and it's a 4-point advantage. Sophomore Megan Schreiber keeps the heat coming from the outside to pull within 1. And we go to the second quarter. LeGrand is open underneath. Jada Gardner feeds her. Layup good. Free throws pushed the Pawnee lead to 6. Then Lewis with another follow makes it 16-12. Gardner on the mark from behind the arc. And Pawnee's advantage is 9 points. Then off the Christina Matt miss from the line, Pratt gets it back and scores. Pawnee outscores Newkirk 13-2 in the second to lead by a dozen at the break. Second half, LeGrand increases the lead to 14 with another layup early in the third quarter. Lewis and the Lady Tigers bring it right back down and show they still have some life left, trailing by 12. A chance to cut the deficit to 10 is denied by a turnover. LeGrand makes them pay, and it's back to a 14-point Pawnee lead. The Pawnee continues to pound the boards. Gardner, the follow, a 15-point advantage. Then the loose ball. Pulley will get it back to 12 with a tray. Then Gardner digs in, and she drops the money ball. 34-19 Lady Bears. With 3:42 left in the third, Lewis down low whistled for her 5th foul. Her game is over. Then Landis. The drive and the jumper, it lands in the hoop. Newkirk down 12. Other end, LeGrand. Short J. Lady Tigers add a couple of free throws and a layup by Scheiber and head to the fourth, down just 10. They're all around the ball like it was honey. On the other end, Tori Funkhauser gets the roll, and Pawnee pushes the advantage back to a dozen. And then Pulley buries a long three. Lady Tigers within 10. Then Sarah Felix with the takeaway. She lays it in. Lady Tigers within 5. Then Felix draws Newkirk even closer. The hoop and the harm add up to a three-point play the conventional way. But Gardner answers. Then Pulley off the turnover gets the easy basket inside. But Funkhauser answers for the Lady Black Bears. Off the break, they break the pressure and score with ease. And the foul. The Lady Bears make 6 of 7 from the line down the stretch to capture the 2A girls gold ball 54-45. And Pawnee was led in double-figure scoring by Whitney LeGrand with 19. Jada Gardner, who scored 16. The runners-up from Newkirk were led by Kaylin Pulley's 15 points and Megan Scheiber's 10. Pawnee coach Justin Brown couldn't be happier.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's all you talk about with your kids, and you know there's only going to be one every year, and we're just we're unbelievably excited and happy right now. We got out, and when they beat us back in the area finals, we didn't get out and run the floor, and we didn't pressure, and we just didn't do a very good job. But today we felt like we did a whole lot better of filling lanes and forcing the tempo and really guarding people on the perimeter better.
Congratulations to both Newkirk and Pawnee on their great season. The folks from Pawnee will be back later for the 2A boys final. But when we come back, the 3A girls hit the Big House hardwood. It's Millwood versus Adair next on the OSSAA Championship Spotlight. Welcome back to the OSSAA Championship Spotlight. It's time for the 3A girls championship. Adair is taking on Millwood. The second-ranked Lady Warriors won a couple of titles back in the 1980s. Top-ranked Millwood is the defending girls champion in 3A. Let's hoop it up at the Big House.
The
Lady Falcons and the Lady Warriors ready to do battle for the 3A girls title. Chelsea Strickland, the long pass to Carrie Peters. The jumper gives the Lady Warriors an early 2-1 lead. Giovanna Mitchell with the putback off the miss. Good rebounding, good block out, puts the Lady Falcons back on top. ORU-bound Kevy Looper drives and scores. Tyasha Reed answers on the other end with a three-pointer, 6-4 Millwood. Then Strickland stops and pops, gets the roll, and ties the game again. Shea Bowden drives and kisses it high off the glass. Strickland makes it 9-8 Adair with the long distance connection. And then the block shot. Looper doing it on both ends of the court. Inside Looper, she's a hooper, 11-8 Lady Warriors. Then Reed steps behind the arc, knocks down the three to retie the game yet again. Strickland quickly changes that with a bomb of her own. And then Looper scores again using the left hand. Adair ahead by 5. Time winding down. Marisha Wallace. She'll lay it up. The horn sounds. 16-13 Adair after 1. Second quarter, Strickland showing off her perimeter game once again, puts Adair up 6. Mitchell down low and 1. She makes it Millwood within 3. Later, Mitchell on D, blocking the shot not once but twice. Just not as much offense in the second quarter. Top of the circle, Looper's 3 makes it a 6-point lead for the Lady Warriors at the half. Strickland continues to pour it in from the outside, giving Adair a 9-point advantage. Bowden in the paint, gets Millwood within 7. Other end, Looper. She got it. Off the inbounds, Looper inside the arc, but still on the mark. De La Threet gives the Lady Falcons a boost. Still they trail by 10. Looper. Yes. And then Threet. The bounce from Mitchell. You bet. Tasha Love. Count that one. 13-point Adair lead. Amelia Spears trying to fire up her girls. And a turnover leads to a layup for Wallace to cap a 7-0 Millwood run. Wide open in the paint. Good. Katie Hodson-Buehler. She hits the 3 to end the third with Adair up 9. Fourth quarter, Strickland, strictly business, lays it in. Mitchell on the other end does the same. A near steal, dangerous pass, and a whistle. And then Strickland puts Adair back up 14 points. Make it 11 as Kira Demery scores and gets fouled and makes. Then Looper, coast to coast. Fumbled it a bit, but still gets the basket. Then Looper splits the defense. Millwood not done, or are they? Tamara Harris with the steal and the layup makes it 57-43. Looper was 6 of 6 from the line for the Lady Warriors' final 6 points as they capture the 3A girls gold ball 63-47 over Millwood. And Kevy Looper was super in this game. She had 30 points. Chelsea Strickland also in double figures with 18. The Lady Falcons from Millwood were led by Giovanna Mitchell with 13. Adair coach Scott Winfield felt a shudder when Kevy Looper ran into some foul trouble.
Well, when Kevy got in foul trouble, of course, and I got my best player on the bench, which happened yesterday, started getting really nervous. Type deal. Don't know if we can win another game with her sitting on the bench, but my other kids stepped up really good. I thought everybody that I put in the ball game played well, and our pressure defense, I thought, did the job. That's why I got into coaching. It's the only reason I got into it, because you want to win the state championship and you want a bunch of girls to respond, and I wouldn't trade them in for anything in the world.
Congratulations to Millwood and Adair getting to the championship game. Next up, the 3A boys. Cassia Hall and Okemah are ready to hook it up. When we return to the OSSAA Championship Spotlight, the Panthers take on the Commandos. Welcome back to the OSSAA Championship Spotlight. In 3A boys, Cassia Hall's Commandos are trying for the school's first ever basketball state championship. They could also become the 15th team to complete a football, basketball, gold ball double-double in the same school year. But the Okemah Panthers stand in their way and want that gold ball for themselves. Okemah came to the big house with just 1 loss on the season, while Cassia Hall came into the state tournament with double-digit defeats, 10 losses to be exact. High pass, turnover, and the Panthers strike first. Rashad Dunn lays it in. On the other end, Sam Clancy, who quarterbacked the Commandos to back-to-back titles in football, gets the soft rim, and Cassia is on the board. Then Dunn down the lane and off the glass. Okemah up 6-2. Connor Cinco sinks his shot. Commandos down 2. We get a look at Jeff Whedon and Brian Riley, the coaches for both of these programs. 2:16 left in the first quarter. Will Bryant forges the game's first tie. And then Clancy would give him the lead from the line. And approaching the end of one, Dunn for two. 11-10 through the first 8 minutes of play. Second quarter. Clancy knocks down a couple free throws to push the lead back to 3. Then Jake Clark is on the mark from behind the arc, and we're tied. Luke Bryant answers with a 3. He's a lefty. And then Okima calls on John Palmer. The bucket is good. 16-15 Commandos still in the lead. Rebounding and defense always critical in championship games. Cinco with the follow makes it 18-15. Stephen Rouse with a putback down under. Kasha grabs a 20-15 advantage. But Palmer and the Panthers didn't just come to prowl, they came to pounce. The 3 is good. And then how about another? Okima back on top for the first time since they led 6-4. It doesn't last long. Luke Bryant hits a tray. Kasha 23, Okima 21. 2-minute mark of the first half. And we have a collision. Ouch. Then A.Z. Moyer for 3. He got it. 27-21 Commandos. Then another Palmer 3. And then Will Bryant drives baseline, lays it in. 29-24 Kasha. They led by as many as 7 in the first half and went to the locker room ahead 6. Third quarter, Clark 1 of 2 from the line. Then Clancy inside, showing some toughness on his way to 11 points and 7 boards. Luke Bryant spots up and knocks down the 3. 36-27 Commandos. Dunn drops a couple free throws to cut the Panthers' deficit to 7. Then with 2:20 left in the quarter, Moyer finds Clancy. He converts from close range. Will Bryant follows with a 3. And the Commandos taking control, leading 41-29. Jake Clark 2 of 2 from the line. Okima within 10. A minute to go in the third. Will Bryant for 3. And then Moyer, he'll hit the jumper to end the third with Kasha in command. 46-31 the score. Fourth quarter. Dunn goes up. Shot goes down. He's fouled. Panthers down 13. Then Kasha beats the press. It turns into a basket for Matt Pruitt. Later, Stephen Rouse. He lays it up and in. Commandos halfway to 100, leading 50-34. Matt Tucker tickles the twine from the three-point line to make it 50-37. Rouse answers with another layup. And it's back to a 15-point game. Dunn makes 1 of 2 from the line. And then on the other end, off the rebound, Rouse will hit his 3rd consecutive layup. And it's 54-38 Commandos. Dunn leads the Panthers on a 7-0 run. First the 3. Then a couple of freebies before he scores in the lane. 54-45. But that's as close as they got the rest of the way. The Commandos converted 12 of 14 from the line from then on. Senior Marshall McIntyre for Okima knocks down a late 3 here. But Kasha 20 of 26 for the game from the line and winning their first state championship in boys basketball, 67-52. And Kasha Hall was led in scoring by Will Bryant with 20. His brother Luke, Sam Clancy, and Stephen Rouse all reached double figures. Okima's Rashad Dunn with 23 and John Palmer with 11 led Panthers scoring. Kasha Hall coach Brian Riley says the 3 days of the tournament are a test of endurance.
You know, it's the 3rd game in 3 days for both teams, and as the game goes on and you can kind of build a little bit of a lead, that ball starts to get heavy as the legs get tired, and then you just rebound. And we were able to do that, got ourselves into the bonus, and then made free throws. And you know, I give Okima a lot of credit. I mean, they went through a year undefeated until the regional final, and then, you know, 2 losses total on the year. They're a terrific team. I just love their balance. I loved how they got after you. And, you know, hats off to Jeff Whedon and his club. But I just think we just taught the kids all weekend about just, you don't have to be perfect. You just got to be a little bit better than them. And we were able to do it every play.
Congratulations to Cassia Hall and to the Okemah Panthers for their outstanding state tournament performances. It's time now for Pawnee to take a shot at a gold ball double-double in 2A boys. The Tallahena Golden Tigers would love to keep that from happening when the OSSAA Championship Spotlight continues. Welcome back to the OSSAA Championship Spotlight. In Class A, the Preston Pirates have already taken the boys and girls basketball championships this year. Now the Black Bears of Pawnee hope to be the second teams in 09 to accomplish this feat. The Tallahena Golden Tigers are hoping to dethrone the defending 2A boys champion Pawnee Black Bears. Where else but at the Big House? The Golden Tigers and Black Bears, a combined 52-6. Pawnee, the defending champ and #1 in the state. Of course, the fans dressed for the occasion, some in their Saturday best. Taggart Lockhart gets the scoring started, connecting from long distance. On the other end, Ralston Moore drives and scores to get the Pawnee Black Bears paw prints in the scorebook. Then some Pawnee pressure. Jordan Eagle Road sends one soaring and in from three-land to make it 6-2. Here's Coach David Page in search of his 500th career win. And this is Eagle Road with a bumpy ride to the rack. Lockhart feeds Chris Capsey. He lays it in. 8-2 Tallahena. Then Capsey dishes to Jared Hubbard, who puts the Golden Tigers in double digits, up 10-2. Kyle Klaus buries the 3 to pull Pawnee within 5. Then Adam Bruns in the paint. And it's now 10-7. Desmond McCosier hits the J. And he adds a couple of free throws. It was 11-all after 1. Second quarter, Moore gives Pawnee its first lead. And that allows them to set up the full court pressure. But Tallahena's Golden Tigers tame it. Eagle Road finds a nesting place in the twine, soaring in from the three-point line. And Tallahena back on top 14-13. Later, Hubbard in the lane. And he will convert from there. 16-13 Golden Tigers. Tate Beer drains one with his toes behind the three-point line. And we're tied at 16. From the corner, David Nungester. Black Bears leading 19-16. Lockhart dribbles right and answers with a jumper from the baseline. And then Hubbard's 15-footer finds the bottom of the net. And it makes it 20-19 Tallahena. The Black Bears get one last shot off late in the half. Off the rebound. The heave is close, but not in. And it's 20-19 Tallahena at the break. Jared Hubbard leads Tallahena with 7 points. Jordan Eagle Road has 6. Pawnee has stayed in the game with scoring from 6 different players. Ralston Moore with the most at 5. Well, if Pawnee is going to get its second gold ball of the day and defend its 2A boys championship, the second half is sure to be filled with drama. We'll check it out when the OSSAA Championship Spotlight continues. Welcome back to the OSSAA Championship Spotlight. The Black Bear boys are hoping to clinch a second 2A gold ball for Pawnee today. So let's get back out to the Big House. Early in the third quarter, Lockhart blocks the shot. But Jake Smith isn't letting anyone get their hands on this one. And we're tied again at 21. It was nip and tuck the rest of the way. Off the inbounds, Hubbard, layup good, 23-21 Golden Tigers. And then Hubbard drives and banks it in for a 4-point advantage. Black Bears needing a turnover, and they get it. Moore with the steal. He goes coast to coast. 25-23 the score now. Chris Gillespie with some instructions for his Talihina Golden Tigers. Then Moore with Moore, the J, and it's 27-25. Nungaster gives the Black Bears reason to stand up with a three to put Pawnee back on top, 28-27. Then Lockhart converts with the jumper. And from nearly the same spot on the floor, he does it again. And that ends the third with Talihina leading 31-28. After a pair of McCosier free throws, Hubbard with the smooth stroke from three. Nungaster answers with a three on the other end of the court, 34-33 Golden Tigers. Then Lockhart to Garrett Williams, 36-33. With 5:48 to go, Lockhart will follow the miss. Talihina leads by 5. So it's time to call on Moore again, and he delivers, driving coast to coast, and he gets the basket. Eagle Road follows his own miss. Then McCosier, he gets a putback for Pawnee, and it's back to a 3-point game. After the Golden Tigers sink 2 from the line, they turn it over, and McCosier's layup pulls Pawnee back within 3 again. Then Moore cuts Talihina's lead to a point. Talihina having some trouble in the backcourt, and eventually they'll get rid of it, but the pass is intercepted, and McCosier gives the Black Bears the lead late in the 4th quarter. Lockhart goes to the line for 3, only makes 1, and we're tied at 43. Final seconds of regulation. Golden Tigers get some good looks, chance after chance, but no basket. Good defense by Pawnee, and we go to overtime. Talihina had the ball first, couldn't convert. Pawnee took more than 2.5 minutes off the clock. Then Moore drives, draws the foul, and goes to the free throw line. He knocks down 1 of 2, and the Black Bears are ahead 44-43. And that free throw was the difference, as Pawnee played solid defense in the final seconds, not giving Talihina a good look at the basket. The clock winding down, and the Bears celebrate another gold ball in Class 2A, 44-43 the final. And Moore led the winners with 13, McCosier 12 for Talihina, Taggart Lockhart 16, Jared Hubbard 14. Pawnee coach David Page had to watch Talihina take the last shot in regulation and overtime. How'd that make him feel?
Nerve-wracking, praying a little bit, hoping that things work out our way, and it did. Had a lot of great help on the bench today with some suggestions that helped us, and kids worked like warriors. In the end, they did the things they knew they had to. They were competitive, and things came out our way, and sometimes that works out for people that work that hard.
Congratulations to Talihina and Pawnee. By the way, it's the 7th time that a school has won both the girls and boys basketball championship in the same season. Well, it can't get much better than that, or can it? Vanita and Cash hook it up next on the OSSAA Championship Spotlight. Welcome back to the OSSAA Championship Spotlight. It's time to settle the 4A Girls Championship between the Vanita Lady Hornets and the Cash Lady Bulldogs. Let's head back out to the Big House. The Hornets had tasted defeat just once coming into the title tilt. The Bulldogs twice, so both expecting to walk away from the Big House with a gold ball. Lauren Wynnum for Cash lays it in, and the Bulldogs race out to a 4-0 lead. Inbounds pass stolen and saved by Lindsey Carter, but Cash fails to connect from close range. Veneta freshman Caitlin Spurgeon with a drive. She scores and draws the foul. The three-point play pulls the Hornets within a point, which doesn't make Kenny White very happy. Tasha Tyler's tray puts Veneta on top. Lady Hornets miss down low. Here comes Cash, and Taylor Thompson stops well behind the three-point line, and she nets it. Unbelievable. Kelby Fritz, she looks comfy behind the three-point line as well. Her basket gives Veneta an 11-9 lead. Trying to add to it, no such luck. But the Hornets defense stings Cash. The steal, and Tyler will drain it. 14-9 with 2:34 left in the opening quarter. Wynnum ends the 6-0 Veneta run with a basket to get back within 3. Scott Reed getting his players' attention. Dana Downing pushes the lead back up to 6 points. And how about this play? Maddie Callahan makes it 9 at the buzzer. 20-11 Veneta. Remember, they trailed 4-zip early. Second quarter. Fritz in the lane. The Hornets have them doubled up 22-11 and on an 8-0 run. Wynnum is the run stopper again. Her jumper pulls the Bulldogs to within 9. Veneta goes down low to Spurgeon. She's good. And the inside-outside game is working to perfection. Fritz from deep. 27-13 Veneta. 3:39 left in the half. Wynnum nets a 3 to make it 27-16. And then Cash cashes in on the turnover. The steal leads to a Wynnum layup. The deficit is under double digits. Taylor Thompson with a rebound. The layup and a crash bang boom. She completes the three-point play the conventional way and an 8-0 run for the Bulldogs. This one is not over by a long shot. When we come back to the OSSAA Championship Spotlight, we'll crown our last champion of the day. Veneta and Cash have 16 minutes to settle it. Welcome back to the OSSAA Championship Spotlight. We've seen some hot shooting in the first half. Some of those threes have come from a good place to put a 4-point line, but will it continue in the second? Third quarter, fans getting back in their seats, some still standing and watching Honor Duvall in the paint. Check out this move, and Cash down by as many as 14 in the second, only trailing by 4, 29-25. Then sophomore Lindsey Carter connects, and it's a 1-point game. It went back and forth for most of the rest of the way. Cash with a miss. And then on the other end, Spurgeon makes it 31-28. Kayla Jensen drives and delivers. 31-30. After a steal, Taylor Thompson, part of a game-high 20. Cash leading 33-31. And Cash comes up with a takeaway. They bring it down. Jensen, no. A couple of opportunities for Duvall, but seemingly a lid on the basket for the Bulldogs. Under 3 minutes to go in the third. Tyler. Count it. 34-33 Veneta. End-to-end excitement at the Big House. Some would call it chaos. Eventually, Cash will get the basketball, and Thompson with a triple from the top of the circle. And the Bulldogs back on top, 36-34. Veneta doing a good job of staying patient. They work it around. And Callahan answers with a 3 of her own. We head to the 4th with the Lady Hornets hanging on to a 1-point lead. Duval will follow the miss. 40-39 Cash. Then Spurgeon. Layup for her, 41-40 Veneta. Then Duval. Good block out. She's fouled underneath. She makes 2 of 2 from the line to make it 42-41. On this possession, she picks up her 4th foul, and it's at the 6:02 mark. Veneta with the ball, and Downing downs a 3. 44-42 Lady Hornets. Thompson will dish to Duval. Nice look, bucket good, and the Bulldogs ahead again. 2:13 left, and Callahan on track from way back. The 10th 3 of the game for Veneta. 47-45, they lead it. 30 seconds left. Cash needs a steal, and they get it. But on the other end, they have trouble putting it in the basket. Thompson the miss. Spurgeon the board. Clock ticking down. Valuable seconds off the clock. Finally, Cash will get the foul. Just under 11 seconds now. Downing hits 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Spurgeon rebounds the miss. She is fouled. She makes 1 of 2. The Bulldogs then get whistled for an intentional foul. That provides the final margin as Veneta brings home gold. 51-45 the final over Cash. Caitlin Spurgeon led the Hornets with 15 points. Taylor Thompson was the top dog for Cash with 20. Veneta coach Scott Reed says hard work has its rewards.
You know, we had a group of girls that you know, have played their tails off all year long, and to finally get here on championship Saturday and come out and shoot the ball as well as we did from the perimeter early in the ball game definitely got us a jump start. And then we seemed like we kind of eased up a little bit and let them in. And I'm telling you, Thompson's as good as there is around. You know, I mean, you can't lay off of her. She'll hit the 3, and you get too tight, she'll go right around you. And you know, she just did us a lot of damage. And finally, you know, we made some adjustments at halftime, tried to slow her down a little bit, and like I said, it's hard to slow her down. And you know, we just hit some things there at the end, you know, made the plays, you know. And I mean, these girls have been doing it their whole career. They made the plays and did whatever it took there at the end to get the job done. And boy, I'm so proud of them.
Congratulations to Cash and Veneta for seasons they can be proud of. It been a great day of championship high school basketball at the Big House. When the OSSAA Championship Spotlight continues, we'll put a wrap on classes 2A through 4A in Oklahoma high school hoops. Welcome back to the OSSAA Championship Spotlight. Now, we told you that Pawnee is the second school this year to win both the boys and girls gold balls. Let's show you some of the other years that it's happened here in the state of Oklahoma. First up was 1972 when Fort Towson did it in Class A. Star Spencer completed the feat in 1988 in Class 4A. Millwood in 3A 2 years later. Ardmore in 1993 completed this task in Class 4A. Frontier in 2005, and as we mentioned, Preston in Class A in 2009, as well as Pawnee's Black Bears doing it in Class 2A. Well, here's our championship roll call. In our first game, the Pawnee girls won 2A over Newkirk 54-45. That was followed by 3A girls, where Adair knocked off defending champion Millwood by a score of 63-47. Then the 3A boys took the court. Cassia Hall won over Okima 67-52. Then in the evening, the Pawnee boys completed a 2A boys and girls championship sweep with a nail-biting 44-43 overtime victory over Tallahena. Then in the nightcap, it was Veneta with a 51-45 victory over Cash to capture the 4A girls championship. Congratulations to all the teams that competed this year. It's all that preparation and competition that makes the state tournament and that elusive gold ball so valuable. Thanks to the coaches, administrators, staff, and parents and students who worked so hard to put themselves in position to compete for these championships. And don't forget the folks at the OSSAA, especially Ed Robinson and Amy Castle, who put in some championship hours on Championship Saturday to make this day a success. For Tim Carson and Dave Davies, who brought you the great pictures, I'm Mike Wolf. Thanks for watching the OSSAA Championship Spotlight.